I've never been so grateful for a security camera in my life. I was the treasurer for our school's charity fundraiser. And on a Wednesday afternoon, in front of the entire student council, Mrs. Halloway held up the donation jar and said it was $340 short, then looked straight at me and said, "We all know who had the keys to the supply closet." Nobody said my name. Nobody had to. By the time I got home, 3 group chats already had theories. My best friend texted, "Did you actually take it?" with 3 question marks. Like the extra 2 made it less accusatory. I told her no. She sent back a thumbs up. A thumbs up. Here's what Mrs. Halloway didn't know. Our fundraiser used a school square reader, and every deposit synced automatically to a shared spreadsheet with timestamps. I hadn't touched the cash jar in 9 days because I'd been out with strep throat. I had a doctor's note. I had my mom's calendar showing the pharmacy pickup. I had literally nothing to do with counting money that week. I told Mrs. Halloway this in front of the room. She said, "Records can be edited." Then she said something worse. That's when it stopped being about money and started being about me as a person who sneaks around. By Friday, kids I'd known since 3rd grade were quiet around me in the hallway. Someone wrote something on my locker in dry erase marker that I scrubbed off before first period so my little brother wouldn't see it walking past. My mom works in insurance claims. She reads fine print for a living, and she does not like being told records can be edited. She requested the building's keycard access logs from the front office. She requested the Square transaction history directly from the payment processor, not the spreadsheet, the actual bankside data. She requested the security footage outside the supply closet. The one nobody remembers is there because it's aimed at the fire exit, not the closet door. The meeting was set for Monday morning. Mrs. Halloway walked in with a manila folder and no laptop. "I'd like to see whatever you're basing this accusation on." My mom said. Mrs. Halloway said she'd reviewed the numbers herself and was confident in her assessment. My mom slid across page 1 keycard logs. My badge hadn't scanned into the building for 9 straight days. Page 2, the Square deposit history, showing 3 separate reconciliations during that window, each one signed off electronically by a name that was not mine. Page 3, a printed still from the hallway camera, timestamped the day the jar came up short, showing Mrs. Halloway alone in the supply closet at 4:4. "I'm not accusing you of anything," my mom said. "I'm asking why you accused my daughter of something the building's own records say she couldn't have done." Halloway said there must have been a mix-up with the electronic sign-off. My mom asked whose name was actually on it. Mrs. Halloway said she'd need to check. "You had 6 days, my mom said. "You had a room full of teenagers and 6 days, and you didn't check once." The principal asked to keep the folder. Mrs. Halloway asked if this could be handled privately. My mom said the accusation wasn't private, so the correction wouldn't be either. She didn't stop there. She asked the office how many other fundraiser shortages had come up under Mrs. Halloway's supervision in past years. The answer was 5. Across 3 different school years, each one quietly resolved by asking a specific student to make up the difference, out of their own pocket rather than reporting it to the district. Mrs. Halloway didn't return the next semester. Officially, it was early retirement. Nobody used that word in the hallway. I got my public apology, read in front of student council, same room, same chairs. She read it fast, like she wanted it over before anyone could ask a follow-up question. The girl who sent me a thumbs up found me after and said she was sorry. She'd just believed the adult in the room. I told her I understood. "I'm not sure I fully do." My name was cleared. The 5 other students never got theirs read out loud because nobody ever went looking for them until my mom did. I still think about what would have happened if I hadn't been sick that week. If there'd been no keycard log, no camera, nobody remembered, no mother who reads fine print for a living.